Welcome to Speedy Walkthrough, so we show just the important stuff for beating the game. For first time viewers, this will look different to a normal walkthrough. It shows just the essentials so that you don't need to spend a long time watching this video. And today we're playing the Spongebob Squarepants movie. So this is on Gamecube and PS2 and Xbox. I'll be showing how to get 100% for this, which is sort of like all the treasure chests and all the goofy goober tokens. Before we start, if you find this video useful, consider subscribing to keep up to date. It helps out the channel a whole bunch, and I have a new walkthrough out each week. Alright, so we'll start out in the first level. Now, Spongebob's moveset is basically he can jump and double jump. If it's PlayStation 2, for example, that's on the X button, or if it's Gamecube, that's on the A button. Now, on the square or B button, you've got the little twirl attack, so you can just press that to twirl your arms around, and that'll deal with enemies. We do want to be collecting these little weight things because that'll help us level up all of our attacks and also our health. So grab those as you go on. Alright, so we're just going to walk up this hill. Make sure you trigger that box there and that box down the bottom. You got our first treasure chest there, and basically what those two boxes do is they let you walk back and forth. Alright, break these boxes here, get the checkpoint, and then hit these two switches just by spinning into them. You can jump up these walls and that'll let you wall jump up. Now, once you're ready and you've got all the weights you want, just jump on that little trampoline thing, and that's the end of the first level. That's the only goofy goober token in this level, but all the later levels are going to have more that we got to get. Alright, in this next level we play as Patrick. Much the same moveset as Spongebob until we unlock some more moves. I'm going to be detouring here a bit just to get those weight items, just to upgrade our attacks and stuff like that. But as we go up here, we'll get a little cutscene, but pretty much just work your way through that cutscene and deal with those enemies. Hit the button here and you can jump across, and that brings us to this little chocolate creek thing here. So those enemy spawners, basically you got to kill those spawners to get rid of the enemies. If you keep hitting the enemies will just respawn. Now we have a treasure chest in here. You jump down and knock the door over to get that treasure chest. And then over here we're going to talk to Mindy. So basically she's saying we need more tokens. You just want to go over that platform here, which brings us into the sort of combat minigame there. I'm going to upgrade Spongebob's spin attack because that just makes it a bit more powerful. Really importantly, Spongebob's upgraded spin knocks projectiles back towards enemies. So if enemies are trying to shoot something at us, just spin those projectiles and they'll knock back and take care of the enemy. It's going to be very important later because the last level is almost impossible to beat without that. Alright, keep spinning through, and we've got 3 waves of enemies, so you just work your way through all those enemies and we'll get a goofy goober token at the end. Alright, once we've done that, we've actually unlocked the other move for Patrick, so that's really good. We can talk to Mindy again and we'll get the roll. Now this is on circle, or it's the rightmost button on whatever controller you're using. So we'll get the goofy goober token from up there, and then we're just going to roll through here. I'm pretty much always going to roll as Patrick because it's a lot faster than just running and spinning and stuff. Once I've done that, just go around here and grab those weights if you want to get those upgrades, and roll through here. Alright, now we've got another chest here. It's actually breaking all these boxes in order in one big roll, so just do a big roll through all of them and the chest will spawn. And then we're just going to go out through this next section. Just hit these 2 switches here to make a platform across, and we can grab the goofy goober token to end the level. Now there's more tokens to grab in this level, but we don't have the moves to get them yet. Alright, next up we have our first driving level, and each of these levels has 4 tokens in it. One for getting through normally, and there's 2 time trial ones and a ring one. Basically go through this cave here to get a chest. Take the left path here when you go down here, and the left path again to get another chest. And you can actually see the chests on the pause menu, so you'll know if you've missed any as well. Take the right path up through here, and then just keep going. This road's pretty linear, so the only thing you really got to look out for is chests. In this cave, for example, there's that 3rd one there. And there's no time limit or anything, so try not to drive too dangerously, just make your way through. The nitros just help your acceleration rather than your top speed, so you want to use those mainly just after corners and stuff. Now we could come back to that driving level, but we're actually don't need to at the moment. We have enough goofy goober tokens, but we'll come back as we're 100%ing. Spongebob learns a new move. It's on the top button of your controller, whatever that is, and it basically just goes up and punches whatever's above you. I actually like holding off upgrading this move for Spongebob for a little while. Basically, the upgraded version takes a bit longer to do, and I'm impatient, so I like the unupgraded version for a little while. Alright, down through here is another chest, so we'll just progress through. There it is. And you might as well break those boxes above you to get more of those weight upgrade items. You will have enough by the end of the game, but the sooner you do it, the more powerful you're going to be. Hit that switch there and we'll head across the bridge. Alrighty, coming across the bridge now, so just breaking the boxes along your way if you want more of those weight upgrades. We've got a little bonus area here, so you can make that jump across there just with a double jump. And we got like a rolling minigame. So main thing here is just be patient with it, like there's no time limit or anything, and just get through the very linear obstacle course. And we get a token for that. Alright, when we come back in, we just got to get back across, so you can ride that trampoline thing. And then jump up across here. Right, we then want to hit that switch to build these platforms up here. And as we come through, destroy the enemy spawner and hit this switch to open up a new minigame. So we're going to bounce across these trampolines here to get across to this minigame. And grab the token there. Go in here and you got like a bungee jump ability. Now, although I was trying to avoid it before, I am going to upgrade the bash ability here. And that's because you need to break all those boxes all at once to get the chest there. So just slowing that down, once you get it upgraded, hit the middle box there and detonate it. All the boxes need to blow up all at the same time for you to get the treasure chest. Anyway, go through here and then just hit the targets and you should get a goofy goober token. It's a good idea to hit the box before you go in here so then you can use the box to warp back. And then we go through here and hit the switch to move on. Alright, progress through here. It's going to dodge all the steam on the way. And there's another little mini game for us to play, so you just head in here. This one is a Patrick minigame. You basically just got to go up on all these blocks. There is a treasure chest hidden in this minigame here as well, just back there, so make sure you got that. Should have 9 at this point. We'll go checkpoint and then we'll make our way across here. This minigame can be a little bit spooky, but try and look at the patterns up ahead. Now these blocks here will disappear as you go on them, so try not to land right at the start of them. Try and jump a bit over it and land towards the back of them so they don't disappear on you. Once we're out of here, you basically just want to go left here and trigger that box over there. That's very important. And that sort of opens up the minigame too. Defeat these enemies and you'll come back out here. You can hit a switch. Now we're going to go in here and change to Patrick. And then we're just going to go back to that minigame that we opened up before. If you've triggered the minigame, you can warp there from the pause menu as well. So that's another option. Now basically just jump across here and get the token. And then we'll use a box to warp back. Patrick can just jump back along here, turn back into Spongebob, and then Spongebob wants to hit these 3 switches to finish off the level. Alright, once we've done that, we've got another driving level essentially, or driving in air quotes because we're in a bathtub, but basically you just got to hit all the targets here. So there's 5 towers to destroy, pretty linear path at the start, but then it does start branching out a little bit. So as you go up this mountain, you should hit the second target there. There's a chest up there that we can't quite get yet. Hit the third target. And that's the 4th target there that we're going to hit. Now you can actually go on this tower here. And if you sort of jump down here, we're going up towards a chest. There we go. So that's one chest to get. We'll have to get one of the other ones later on. Take a left here and there's another chest that we can get. And then we'll just go up through here and we should be coming towards our last target. So there's still a treasure chest that we need, but we've got 2 of them now so far. Alright, next level is quite a long one actually. So we're going to unlock Patrick's butt slam ability essentially if we have enough goofy goober tokens. If you don't, just go back to like a driving level or something and you get more. And then I'm going to upgrade that straight away. The really good thing about the upgraded smash is it stuns enemies. And note the treasure chest that I also got in the corner there. So this one can be a bit easy to miss, but it's just in that corner at the start of the level and you can slam through that. But yeah, absolutely upgrade your slam because you want to be able to stun enemies. It makes them a lot easier to deal with. Take Patrick forward. Those TNTs are very good for the weight upgrades, especially if you can destroy them all at once in a big combo. So make sure you've done that. Ground pound through the floor here. Drop down. You actually do have to kill those 2 enemies. It's required for a treasure chest a little bit later. So once we killed those 2, just move on. Hit that switch over there. Make sure you take care of that enemy. Ground pound through the floor, and we're at the Disco Star Challenge. So there we go. And we got the Goofy Goober token, so just progress on. I go down here and kill these enemies. Now that unlocks a treasure chest all the way up there, so that one's very cryptic. You got to kill the 2 groups of enemies, which you get by dropping down into those lower sections. Continue across here. Now we went on that pad to sort of unlock that challenge there. We'll walk back there later. If we try and do that challenge now, it's going to get rid of that treasure chest that we unlocked just before, which would be very bad. So we're just going to continue along through here. Grab some weights there if you want. Boost across. And you can see there is the treasure chest that we were going to get before. So make sure you've got that treasure chest before you go into any other challenges or rooms or anything, otherwise it'll despawn again. Got another Spongebob challenge, so just take the linear path through and we should make it. Be very careful about these, they're going to knock you off pretty easily. There we go. Alright, coming back out into the main level. We're actually backtracking a bit. Back to this challenge that I skipped just before. Remember, we didn't do that challenge because it would have caused the treasure chest to despawn. Now, just take on these enemies with Spongebob. Reminder, you got that top button attack to do the uppercut and take care of the enemies above you. You can also, if you've upgraded the spin attack, flick projectiles back to the enemies if you don't want to uppercut them. Once you've done this, you should get a token and we're back to the main level. Right, with Patrick, we can sort of just go back up through this section. This is the same little path as before. Just going across that same way we did before. And then we should get back to where we were at before we started backtracking. Ground pound through the floor here. Take the ice cubes across. Take care of that guy. Reminder that you do want to try and blow things up in combos, and then you'll get more of those weight upgrades. I'm going to upgrade Patrick's cartwheel, mainly just because I've got enough weights to do it at the moment. And the ground pound is really going to help, because you have to take care of all the enemies in this room. So you want to sort of like ground pound those and stun them rather than trying to hit them right on the head. Next up, we got another driving level. So basically you do have to do 3 laps of this. I'm going to take this left pass first and get the keys. And all the way up there you get a treasure chest, so that's always good to get. I'm going to drop down for another chest. And basically you can't get all the keys until the 3rd lap anyway, so you got to do 3 laps. Alright, there's 2 keys that we got so far. Taking this new path, there's the 3rd key. 4th one is just up here. Now we're about to start the 3rd lap. You'll notice on the 3rd lap that there's a ramp to get up to this right section that wasn't there before, so that's why you need to do all 3. But now that we've got all 5 keys, we can sort of just zoom forward. There we go, and then just take a right through the gates and you're done. Alright, next up we got sort of a boss fight thing. So wait till it goes over the edge and then just hit it and then rinse and repeat essentially. The granny will come up, you can hit her through this phase and wait till it goes off the edge and hit it. Granny will come up and you can round pound her this time and then you're done. Alright, next up we got another driving level, or I guess sliding level. Basically make your way down this path. It's fairly linear, but there are some branches and some treasure chests that I'll point out. These patterns are always the same on the rock, so if you're having trouble, try and remember what way they go. Jump down into the right here, and you'll make your way through this section. Just a little shortcut there. And if you hit that trampoline down off the edge there, we can get to this little section of the path with a chest on it. Go off to the right into that mouth thing and then jump off to the left. And if we've done that right, we should be up on this top path with another chest. Again, these patterns are all predictable, so try and remember those if you have trouble. Alright, jump across into this guy's mouth and across to the left for another chest. That one is pretty tricky to get. Jump back down. And we're just going to go through here. So it doesn't really matter which path you take here, and then we're done the level. Alright, up to the next level. So you got a little cutscene at the start. Basically, Spongebob wants to learn a new move, but doesn't have enough tokens. So we're actually going to start going back now and 100%ing more of the game. This is Sandwich Driving 101. We've selected the second option, and basically you've just got to do the race under a time limit. I won't show this because you pretty much just go through the linear path here. You can take shortcuts like this one though. Just a reminder that the nitrous upgrades, they don't really increase your top speed, but they do increase your acceleration. So you could use them to get across like grass and stuff, or if you've just taken a corner and had to slow down, you'd want to use them. Make it to the end, you get a goofy goober token. And then you get this other challenge, which is the ring challenge. Now, basically with this ring challenge, you've got to go through all the rings. So just follow them. They're usually pretty clear where they're popping up. Sometimes they take you through shortcuts like this one, so you just got to watch out for that. And once you've done the ring challenge, it just opens up a slightly harder time challenge. So work your way through that and we'll have all the tokens from this level. Now, while I'm 100%ing, I'm actually going to go down to this level here, slip slide in the tub, and we're going to get all the tokens from here. I might as well go back and 100% a lot of the game now, while we're going back and getting extra tokens anyway. So we're on a time challenge, but we can actually get that chest that we missed before. It's just up here. And I will show some of this footage because some of this path is non-linear. So to get the best times, you want to take the same paths that I'm taking. Alright, once you've done this, you just got the ring challenge and then the slightly harder times challenge. So get those two goofy goober tokens and then we'll move on. Alright, I'm also going to walk back to this other driving level, pretty much do the same thing, do the time challenge. I'll show you one lap of this, just basically the path that I'm taking to go as quick as possible. And then if you take this path for all 3 laps, then you're pretty good to go. You can see that each lap is taking about a minute, so we're well and truly going to hit that 4:30 estimate. So grab all 4 tokens from this level and then we'll move on. Alright, same thing, another driving level. This game loves them. So I will show you basically the path that I'm taking through Rock Slide to get a good time. Just in case you're having trouble hitting that time limit. Little trampoline there. It's very helpful to boost you forward a little bit. This is sort of a shortcut jumping through to the side there. Another trampoline there helps you boost a bit quicker. As you probably noticed, there's like a whole bunch of cheeky corner cuts you can do to save heaps of time. If we do this, we well and truly hit the 5:30 mark. Alright, once we've done this, we can actually warp back to now that we're in, and we'll have well and truly enough tokens to learn the move that we need to learn. This is like a bowling move, so it's usually the rightmost button on the controller here. I'm going to upgrade it right away, and I'm also going to upgrade Patrick's other move there. So basically it's bowl and hit the switches from afar, and that's going to take you through a lot of this level here. This wall jump up here, reminder that's just gripping onto the wall and pressing the jump button repeatedly. We'll jump forward through that bit there. If these guys shoot projectiles at you, reminder that you can actually spin them back. Grab the chest there and then go into the bonus stage. Now, if it's not letting you spin the projectiles back, just make sure that you've upgraded the spin as well. Alright, get through all the waves of this and then we're done with this section. So Spongebob will get warped back and then just go forward through here. Alright, after a little cutscene, basically it's going to open up that box there so that we can warp back and then go down the slide. Open up the box on the other side. We don't need to warp back, but it's good to have it just in case you need it. Alright, through these, and there's a box on the right and a little bungee jumping challenge. So you basically just got to hit all the targets. we do that, we're going to get the token. And we'll use the box to walk back. You're going to bowl that guy and he will let you sort of ride across. Stand on the switch there to bring the platforms up and then bowl through it. And you can see why I upgraded the bowling ball, because it has like a little explosion radius which helps you hit switches a bit easier. Take care of that guy. And then pretty much you just go through this little cave and there's a warpy door to the next section. Alright, once we're in here, just take the trampolines up like so. You want to put the same ones up and down that I'm putting here. And if you've done that right, you should get across. Bowl into this guy, he'll let you across the lava. Once you're across, you just want to jump into this little bit here and there's some enemies to take care of. So yeah, basically just deal with the enemies and a trampoline will spawn each time you do that. And then you're going to make your way out. Alright, with that, take the trampoline across. You can bowl this guy and bowl the guy across there, if you can get the ramp to hit him. You want to take care of all the eyes there and that'll spawn the platforms up here. Before you get the token, take a left and you're going to go into this challenge here. This is another Patrick platform challenge here. I will show it just in case you're having trouble, but it's a pretty linear path. There we go. Now there is a chest there. Make sure you got that chest. And then fall down onto the token. Alright, with that dealt with, we're just going to go forward here and grab the token to finish the level. Alright, with our next level, we got a whole bunch of TVs that we got to take care of, essentially. Patrick will learn a throwing move. That's also on the rightmost button. Throw it at that switch to get across. And you get a little cutscene with Spongebob. And you basically just want to throw things at these guys to deal with them. Once you put that toilet seat down, just jump across it. Throw onto the switch to bring that thing down and take care of the first TV. So checkpoint here, so we'll go through. Take a right here and we unlock a mini game. So it's just a little swinging mini game. Be patient with it, there's no time limit. And there we go, we should get the token from that. Alright, jumping back across, I'm also using the ground pound to stun enemies and throw them into things. So that's another way that you can do it if you don't want to like wait for the watermelons to respawn and stuff. Once you deal with that, you can bring this watermelon across that little steam vent thing and then hit this TV with the watermelon. Go up through that. You can throw the boxes at the enemy there if you want. Take care of all the enemies and their spawner. We'll just go into this little bonus area here. It's a Spongebob activity. So basically, I will show you just in case you're having trouble again. But all these are quite linear. The colored platforms always turn in the same cycle. Sort of reminds me of Crash to Insanity a bit. So just remember that same cycle and then you should be right. Alright, you got to stack 3 watermelons on top of each other and then jump up on those to get across. Take care of that enemy and the spawner. Same thing here, stack 2 watermelons and then jump up. There's a treasure chest behind that TV, very important to get that. And you can bounce on the trampoline and chuck the watermelon up there. And we get to a new area. Alright, once you've done this, just go down here. And you want to jump up here. Now, a reminder that Patrick's spin can spin back projectiles if you have it upgraded, so that's a lot easier to deal with the enemies like that. Make your way through, there should be a watermelon there. Hit the TV with it. And then take the minigame to the left. It's another Patrick block minigame. Again, I'll show you the whole thing just in case you have trouble. You can also sort of cartwheel off the edge. Don't forget the chest there. If you cartwheel off the edge, you can jump out of it, so that can help you make some of these longer jumps as well. There we go. Alright, coming back into the main level here. Up there is a chest, don't miss that before you blow up all the crates and everything. Lift that enemy to hit the switch and we'll make our way across. And then similar thing there, just stun the enemies with your ground pound so that you can throw them at those flying enemies over there. And there we go, got to pick up the watermelon, trampoline across to this TV and take it out. That'll be this level done, and now we get into a boss fight. So yeah, this is a boss fight with Dennis. You get a little cutscene explaining everything at the start, and then he's basically just got to throw watermelons at him. Rinse and repeat. You can actually stun the enemies and use them to hit him as well, and that saves you having to dodge the enemies while you're holding the watermelons. Alright, next up we have another driving level. So in this one you have to follow Goofy Goober, and it's really important that you don't lose Goofy Goober, otherwise you'll lose it, lose the whole challenge immediately. So just take the same path I'm taking, which essentially means you're following Goofy Goober. Save your nitros as well, just in case you get behind, you can use them to catch back up. There will be 3 laps of this, but he does do a different path each lap, and he sort of shows you all around this track as well, because there are some secrets. There's a treasure chest in that red cave, so make sure you got that, and take a right here. Through here, you can actually get a chest. You just got to be very careful not to lose him. If you want, probably not a bad idea to leave that chest till like a time trial or something, just so you don't accidentally lose him. Take a right here, take a forward here. Now actually, in a sec, going to take a right through to this water slide section. So that's pretty tricky to follow him on, but just make it through going as straight as possible, and we're done. Alright, next up we have another driving level, or sliding level I suppose. So with this one you've got to hit the faucets. So take the same path I'm taking, there's a little chest there and the second faucet. Take the little yellow pipe, go all the way up, and there's the faucet again. You can jump to the left to hit that metal beam, that's what you're looking for to get up to the next section. And there's more taps in the next section as well. Well, there's lamps. But you basically just hit the target to get rid of those. There's a chest on the left. Now if we go to the right here, we're coming across another lamp. Drop down to this brown pipe, and that's all 4. You then want to get back to the lights essentially, so that's going to be a path up. There they are. Chest on the right there. I'm actually going to fall off that because it spawns you back up basically where you need to go again. And once you got this, you pretty much just go out the window. There we go. Alright, next up we got another boss fight. This is Dennis Strikes Back. Fun fact, you can actually fall out of bounds under the water in this boss. Happened to me when I was playing it as a kid. Alright, so basically he's bowl into Dennis. He can sometimes jump over to the arms, so he's got a bowl in there. But if you keep hitting him with the bowling ball, you're done. There we go. Alright, next up we got Planktopoulos. So there'll be a new move in this level, the guitar. So we've unlocked that. Now, go down here, bowl the bowling ball up to try and hit that switch off like the ridge of that steam geyser thing. That gets you a chest. I'm going to upgrade the guitar now. And the upgraded guitar is generally a lot better, so I'd be doing that as soon as you can. Bowl through this wall, and this opens a bungee challenge. So we'll take that. Once you've done the bungee challenge, you should get the token. Hop in the box to go back. Now these you will jump up, but you just got to do it when it's not spiky, so try and time that in advance. And for this one, just go up onto this thing and hit the switch. And Plankton's eyes will open, so you've got to guitar those to get through. That'll open up a new platform. And then you can guitar these enemies as well. You can also reflect their projectiles back at them. You're going to turn to Patrick, throw the ice down there, and throw the watermelon down. Watermelon can hold the switch down, and then that lets you get the token. Ice the thing again, and that'll freeze the lake again for you. Now, you also want to ice the lake yet again, because over here there's another challenge to go into. So there's actually like 2 tokens in that icy lake. It's pretty funny because it's a combat challenge, but it's very easy to do. Anyway, once you're out of there, just go through this door. This room can be very, very brutal. I'd be taking care of all the enemies you can before trying to make your way up. Hit the switches to get up through this room. That'll lower the spikes there. But of course, it starts an electric beam that you got to wall jump up past. This level is very difficult. Alright, so wall jump here. Just timing your wall jumps to get across. Hit that switch over there to get across here. Yeah, I sort of jumped up on the left there to avoid that horrible wall jumping situation. So you can do that as well if you want. Guitar those guys or reflect their projectiles. Hit the switch and that'll open up the platform there. Alright, once you're getting through, you just bowl all those switches and 2 plankton eyes will open. So you got to wait till the eyes are open to actually hit them. There we go. And then that'll open up the platform to the next bit. Go over to the right, be Patrick. And you've opened up a bouncy bounce task. So this one can be pretty brutal. So basically at the end is the really tricky bit. And also being patient there because you have to wait for the cycles. So it's forward, back essentially. And you've got to hit all the trampolines that you haven't hit. So hit like left, middle, right or something so that you've hit them all. It's only once you've hit all the trampolines that it lets you through. All right, next section. So we'll jump up past this, try and get up above the spikes, like so. Take care of that thing. Now, you got a bowl to get rid of all these enemies here, and you've got the really awful projectile shitty enemies. Hit that switch, you'll open up a little mini game, and it's another Spongebob one. Again, I'll show you the path through here just in case you're stuck on it. You're going to ride the steam up on this. And there's a chest in there as well. Don't forget to grab that. There we go. All right, moving on. Jump back across here. All right, now just hit these 2 buttons, that one and that one. If you want to know the secret code, it's the ones that have the different colored weights in front of them. That's how it works. And then these walls will go down and up to let you across. Hit the bowling ball things by going off the ridge like we did that chest earlier. And when you get up here, jump back for a treasure chest. But unfortunately, you're going to have to do that wall climb section again. Alright, try and combo these if you can, because that'll give you more of the weight upgrades. Now, with these guys, I would not try and guitar them because they're just going to get you. I would be spinning their projectiles back at them. Make sure that you've upgraded your spin attack to do that. This is the section that I really struggled to get past as a kid because I didn't know that spinning strategy. Alright, trampoline up. Guitar is I. Gotta do this one a few times. There we go, level done. Alright, next up we get this driving level. And there's a Goofy Goober token threshold to hit before it. So we have hit that threshold because we went back and did a whole bunch of 100%ing before. This is actually the first driving stage, but in reverse and with a whole bunch of new obstacles. Alright, hit these statues and let them topple the wall. That'll open up a chest. Make sure you don't get crushed by the plankton statue things. Go left here, that's another chest. Over here is another chest. And with this one, reverse back through this tunnel. That's another chest there. So make sure you got all 4 of those. And we're done. Alright, now pretty much this is the final boss here, but we haven't 100%ed the game yet. So I'm going to go back to all the previous levels. This is level 2, and I've just warped to that very last Goofy Goober token. So I'm going to be Spongebob again, and we got the Sonic Guitar Challenge. Essentially what these challenges are, you've just got to go through the rings in order with the guitar. And, you know, if you miss one or hit a wall or something, it's all over. So these can be kind of tricky, but I really like them. There we go. Now there's another token to get as Patrick here. Sorry, Spongebob. So basically Sonic Guitar through and hit those buttons. And he'll actually warp there, funnily enough, because it expects you to hit the buttons from where you warped to. And that's another token there. Anyway, go to Bubble Blowing Baby Hunt, and we can warp up here. So 2 more tokens to get here. The first is with Patrick. So it's just like a throwing minigame. And there's also a chest here we need to get that we couldn't get before. It's just down there. Jump back up to the platform. Throw it across. Try not to get it electrocuted. And throw it up there. And then we get the token. The other one to get here is the guitar challenge. So we just warp up to that. And then we need to be Spongebob. So go into the Portaloo. And we got the guitar challenge here. So I will show the whole thing in case you have trouble with it. It's a very linear path. There we are. Alright, next one we're going to is Now That We're Men. You do just want to warp to the very first token at the start of the level because there's, if you guitar back behind this, there's a chest. So very important that we get that. I'm just going to go through the level normally from this point on because there's a couple chests that we need to get here. Alright, we'll jump across there. Now, that thing gives you a chest if you destroy it, and we needed the guitar to do that. Now I'm going to warp through to the second token. Alright, second token here, basically you want to be Patrick, throw that to ice the lava, and wheel across there. Ice the lava again, and we're going to roll back across. And if you ice the lava again, we get a chest. You can bounce back up if you want to, and go up here, because there's another token up for Patrick. There we go. Now we're going to warp to Shell City Dead Ahead. There's one more token to get in here, and it's the guitar. But this one's a bit weird. I'm actually not going to get the guitar token yet. I'm going to hit that piece of toast that you saw over there. And there's actually 3 bits of toast. So I'm going to fail this guitar challenge purposely every time getting to 1 bit of toast that's a little bit further along. This is a very weird treasure chest to get. But this is how you do it anyway. So you get through the guitar challenge up to the point where I'm up to here, keep going, and there's a bit of toast, and there's the chest. And probably one of the hardest treasure chests in the game. Now I'm going to actually do the guitar challenge properly. I'll show the whole thing in case you have trouble. Alright, next up we got Sunday Driving, and I will show you a fast path through this just so you can do the time challenge. Alright, before we look at the fast path, I'll just show you where one more chest is. You can take a right and then a left through this ice cave, and that's a treasure chest there, so make sure you got that. Also, there was that other chest that I said you may or may not want to get before. It's just off to the right in this ring here. Make sure you got that chest as well. Anyway, here's a little run through showing the fast path. There we go. As you can see, it's pretty tight, and that's the best path I've found just by timing all the different ones. So we're going to go to Google Eyes now. Again, another sliding level. But basically, like, this one lets you cheese it quite a bit because it's very open-ended. So just take the same path that I'm taking, you should be right. I'm going to get to that steel beam there. And then ride this red pipe up until you get to the lights. There we go. And you're basically done. Alright, next up we got this very last driving level here. And I will just show another fast path just so you know how to get through this optimally. Alrighty, there it is. So if you've done this sort of optimally up to this point, 100% at everything, you should have the 42 chests. And then with goober tokens, we should have pretty much all of them on that pause screen. Also got like the extra screen is fully unlocked if you want to see what those chests do. Anyway, once you're ready and you're confident that you've 100%ed it and everything, you can go through to this very last level here. And this is just going to be a boss fight. So essentially the way this fight works, you got to spin into the tables so that they will face him. You can tell which ones you still need to do because they'll have lights on them. And then basically, if all the tables are spun, he'll zap himself and then you can guitar him. Rinse and repeat, essentially. So if you're really quick, you can actually get all the tables there. And you've basically just got to stand behind Mr. Krabs to trigger it. Because otherwise, he won't actually zap the tables. So make sure that when you finish this little loop, you're standing behind Krabs and then you'll be able to get him. Eventually the fight will change up a bit, so we got this little electricity attack on the ground here to worry about. And then in the next phase, he's going to get rid of some of the floor as well. But it's the same sort of pattern every time we do it. You just stand behind Krabs with the tables flipped and then we should be all good. Alright, once we've done that, just the last hit on him's done. And then we're all finished with the game. A little nice photo album of Spongebob, and then we get the credits as well. So that's going to be all for this video. I hope you found it useful, and thanks so much for watching.